What's up guys, ShinyHunterDestroyer here and welcome back to a brand new Pokemon Journeys anime discussion video. Today we'll be talking about episode 74, which is titled Darkrai: A Midsummer Night's Dream. This is kind of crazy guys, but Chloe isn't with the boys again. And guys, look, a penguin. This episode starts off with Matori and Team Rocket hunting down Cresselia. Cresselia is weakened but is able to flee away from them. Darkrai also makes an appearance here as well, and as Cresselia flees, Darkrai heads for mainland Sinnoh. Back at the lab, the professor is reporting that people in the Sinnoh region are experiencing nightmares, which can be connected to Darkrai, a Pokemon that can give nightmares. And with that, the boys are off to Sinnoh to investigate. We get to hear a little bit about Sakuragi's plans, which include an egg, which we can get into further investigation later. Chloe brings up a family vacation they have planned out, and well, Professor Cerise freaks out. Why? Well, it seems they won't be going on that. With Professor Cerise taking care of the egg at the Institute and Talia, Chloe's mom, busy with an urgent illustration job, Chloe has to figure out what to do herself. So she heads off alone to the Sinnoh region. In the Sinnoh region, Chloe and Eevee are strolling around wondering what to do. Chloe decides to head over to Eterna City to watch a Pokemon competition. After Eevee expresses it wants to walk to the city, they start their trek. This is all while Ash and Go are investigating the nightmare incidents. They are seen speaking to Officer Jenny about all of that, and more facts point towards Darkrai. Speaking about Darkrai, with Team Rocket targeting Darkrai and Cresselia, Matori calls upon the trio to take part in this mission, but really, she just wanted them to join in so she can blame them if the mission goes wrong. Back with Chloe though, of course, on her travel towards Eterna City with Eevee, they go through a lot. They run away from Starly's, but also see the beautiful scenery of a lake. They decide to set camp in the area where Chloe is able to set up a campfire and cook some food. Out of nowhere, a random Piplup appears from in the forest, and then a girl follows. This girl that appears is, of course, Dawn. Chloe and Dawn introduce each other, and Chloe is amazed by all the contests that Dawn talks about. They decide to head to Eterna City together since they are both heading there for the contest. They would leave in the morning. Ash and Go are back at the laboratory to give their reports, and Renji and Kakuna do the classic Team Rocket motto, with Professor Cerise claiming to control the world and stuff, and it was just a nightmare. Yeah, you know what that means. Ash and Go storm out of the Pokemon Center they were sleeping in and see Darkrai just before it disappeared. Their suspicions were confirmed. Well, that next morning, as I said, Chloe and Dawn were off to Eterna City. Today was a day of fun and bonding. Yes, it is. Chloe wanted to get to the city before dark so they can make it to a Pokemon Center. However, Chloe wanted to stay on schedule too, while Dawn was sidetracked by many things along the way. Dawn says that Chloe should be having fun, but Chloe wants to keep moving. They get into a little argument about all of this. While Ash and Go are doing more investigating, they decide to check out the forest nearby. Team Rocket are just behind their tail as well. As Dawn and Chloe were traveling, still noticeably displeased with each other, they encounter a Rhydon. This Rhydon is defeated by both Piplup and Eevee, with Eevee of course showcasing Copycat with Piplup's Bubble Beam, and with that, they celebrated Rhydon's defeat and are back to being on good terms. But on the other side of that, Rhydon is a sleeping Pokemon. That Pokemon would be Cresselia, who is still wounded from its time with Team Rocket. Ash and Go are about to enter the forest too, and with both groups nearing Darkrai and Cresselia, the episode comes to an end. Look, okay, I complain, or maybe not complain, but joke a lot about how Professor Cerise is always taking Ash and Go to other regions, buying plane tickets and whatnot, but I'm starting to believe that flights in the Pokemon world are free. Like, Chloe didn't even say where she wanted to go, and somehow she got a plane to the Sinnoh region, and it's not like she has miles, she's 10. Anyway, that's off topic. I don't know. This episode was a ride, alright? And as much as I don't know much about Dawn or just anything really, I was sucked into this episode. I loved the way that this is starting, and I'm really excited to see more. Obviously, I'm going to be talking about three things mainly: Chloe and Dawn, Ash and Go, and last but not least, Cresselia and Darkrai, as they are going to bring the next episode together. But also, don't forget Professor Cerise's egg. Professor Cerise's egg is an interesting bit this episode because, you know, it was just thrown at us. Like, what is it? We already had an egg thing with Riolu, so one, it can't be a Riolu, right? And two, who is the Pokemon going to go to in the end? Because, of course, it's a research Pokemon and all of that. So, of course, it's going to have to go to someone. And it's not going to go to Ash and Go. It's going to be going to Chloe. And it's going to be a Togepi. God, thank you, writers. No, I honestly, I don't have any clue. And I think it's really nice like that. And I mean, we can all have our suspicions. We can all say, guys, we're going to get a second Riolu. Guys, there's going to be 2 Lucarios. Guys, 2 Lucarios that aren't going to do anything. What if the Lucarios fuse? But in reality, we don't know a lot. There's more data about the egg, and that's it. But if you have any theories besides Chloe is going to be taking the egg or Chloe is going to take the thing in the egg, let me know. But, okay, anyway. Ash and Go were Ash and Go this episode. But I think their role in this episode was just a really good chilling role that helps build up what next episode is going to be. I mean, they are investigators after all. They helped build up to all the problems that we're going to face with Team Rocket, put into the middle of it. Because, of course, they were the cause of it all. And about Team Rocket, by the way, seeing Matori going after them is expected, and I never thought I would say I'm excited to see it at all. I mean, I'm not excited to see that Cresselia and Darkrai are being chased. Like, I don't think it's anything big or anything, but it's still something serious that will undoubtedly end up in a big fight for Cresselia and Darkrai, And speaking about Cresselia and Darkrai, I guess I can touch on them now. I think the plot is pretty alright. And I'm glad that the reason Ash and Go were dragged to the Sinnoh region is because of problems regarding them and their curiosity. They didn't absolutely know it was Darkrai. Maybe they did. There were hints and everything there. The mystery to them was really sold, in my opinion, okay? And that's not really what's interested me the most this episode. As always, it's Chloe, with a little sprinkle of Dawn in there. At first, I enjoyed seeing her excitement to go on the family vacation and spend time with her family. I mean, one, I just love seeing family love each other in the Pokemon anime because how often do we see that? But two, I mean, school is now ended for her since she had her end of semester ceremony. It's nice that she's wanting to do things like this during the off-school season. But first thing I want to point out is her choice of Sinnoh to spend her vacation alone. I mean, she originally rejected her dad's take on her going to the Sinnoh region with Ash and Go. She didn't see eye to eye with her dad, as he saw it as seeing Pokemon will always make things better. But in the end, she just wants to do new things, probably do more exploring and all of that sort of stuff. I mean, she obviously wasn't against the idea to go to Sinnoh because she did. And that also explains why she was so interested in Pokemon contests when she saw them, but more on that later. Back to her going to Sinnoh still. Why Sinnoh? I mean, she heard that Ash and Go were going to Sinnoh, so why pick the same place? Well, it could be just because in the end, she still feels really comfortable around them and wants to be able to ask them for help if she needs it. Or maybe it's just coincidence. I honestly have no clue. I just thought it's super interesting how she would decline the offer to go with Ash and Go, but still go to the same area. It could be because she wanted to prove a point that she could kind of follow along, but enjoy her own time doing things she wants to do. But that's kind of what I thought Professor Cerise was implying. Is this complete nonsense I'm talking? Probably, but I just thought, interesting. But okay, I'll continue. I did say that Chloe is interested in seeing a Pokemon contest herself, but it was Eevee that was the first one that was really like, I want to see that, which egged Chloe on to do the same, which shows they're still exploring together as partners, and that's still awesome to see. Even just going to walk instead of ride the bus, it just shows that Chloe wants to explore together with Eevee, which could also be more reason why she wants to go on trips to explore and diversify her surroundings. And then she met Dawn, who was someone that she could talk to and have fun with, and also someone to tour her around, am I right? Seeing Dawn and Chloe makes me really happy. I can't wait to see them more next episode, and that's because, well, I don't have a lot about them. What I do know is that Dawn is something new for Chloe, a new experience for Chloe, and that ties to Chloe's development. Why? Because one, it's Dawn. Chloe isn't really used to this all that much, since sometimes Dawn would catch her off guard. But two, and the more important and the more pivotal part of this, Pokemon contests. Chloe was invited to a Pokemon contest by Dawn, and that's something new. with Eevee so excited to even watch a Pokemon contest, it's possible to see it, and I think it will be beautiful. Do I think that Chloe will participate in a real Pokemon contest right now? No, I don't think so. Instead, I think she's gonna somehow make her fight with everyone else against Team Rocket be her first step into performing or something like that, with Dawn, of course, kind of mentoring. I think it'll be fun, and even if that doesn't happen, I'm excited to see what happens because it's coming soon. There's definitely more to this episode, but those are my key takeaways. There was some great music this episode for one, though, and two, I just think that the ending is a great setup for everyone to come back together, and we had the egg too. And though I don't know much about Dawn or the Pokemon anime as a whole, really, I still enjoyed this episode with all of the references and callbacks and just Dawn being here, Chloe doing more, Darkrai and Cresselia, a multiple-part arc. This should be an episode to remember, and maybe an arc to remember, and when the next episode comes out, you know I'm going to be excited for it. Now, me making a video on time, that's another story. But anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If I missed anything or you want to talk about the episode, let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you to all the current members. You guys are amazing. I appreciate all of your guys' support. And you know what? I love you guys. And everyone watching too. Thank you. Have a nice day, guys. Peace out.